This is number 2 on how to manage your air pressure in the desert heat. Today we're going from Phoenix to Flagstaff, from an elevation of 1,200 feet up to 7,000 feet. About 8 miles into the journey, you will see our PSI on each tire and the ambient temperature outside. These will flash on and off the screen as we make our journey up to Flagstaff. Equilibrium means that the pressure pushing into the tire, air inside the tire pushing out, is the same. But when you change that by going up into altitude, the pressure on the tire is less on the outside and the pressure inside is still the same. But you also have to take into account the ambient temperature outside. Road temperature will be a lot less when you go up into altitude. Once again, this is a quantitative analysis. It'll probably be different in your instance. I haven't had a tire pressure gauge agree on PSI. Temperature gauges don't agree either. It's a catch-22 trying to get the most load and keeping your tires healthy. Let's face it, if you don't want to break down on the road, especially when it's over 105 degrees, at the least or at the most, it can cost you your life of you or your family members. Tire health, age, and type also play a part in this analysis. Contact the tire manufacturer or another trusted tire expert. Therefore, I do not recommend you follow what I do here. Do your own research and stay safe. We came up with indeterminate results, so we went up to Flagstaff. We spent the night and we checked pressure in the tires. Now, as we said before, the equilibrium gets messed up when you go into altitude. But we started out with 73 PSI at about 85 degrees in each tire. And as we went up, we seen it to get as high as 85 PSI. Vehicle stand overnight, and when we got in the next morning, it was 46 degrees outside and the air pressure on the tires was in the 60s. Of course, our tire representative told us that since we are pulling such great weight, not to ever go below 70. But as it warmed up to about the same temperature as what it was when we started, we found out that there was a couple of more PSI. Now, I don't know whether this was possibly due to the equilibrium imbalance when we went up to Flagstaff, or maybe just the accuracy of my devices. Here's what I found. I set my tire pressure at 73, and it seemed to work okay. You could even come down a couple of more PSI for some safety reasons, because you need to have the load capability on your tires also. When it's extremely hot, it's supposed to get in a couple of days here in Phoenix up to 121 degrees Fahrenheit. You should just really stay off the road. So there's too much possibility that there might be a small flaw in your tire that wouldn't show up under normal conditions, but would when you take your vehicle out in this extreme heat.